We've done 3 techniques so far: fogging, negative assertion, and negative inquiry. The 4th one is again something that I really like. It's called the ado technique. The A-D-O, ado technique. Believe it or not, one of the things that really psychs out most people is having to say no to people. So a lot of people, when I ask them what bothers you the most, in interactions with people, is when they say, if I have to say no to someone, it's really stressful. And I'm wondering here, what could be so stressful about saying no to a person? Because there would be situations where you might not want to do something that somebody wants you to do, and you just say, well, no. Truth be told, that's something that stresses out most people. And I find that's a common ailment across countries, across cities, across different kinds of people. So a lot of times people find it difficult to say no to people because of the fear that they might offend somebody else by saying no, or because they fear that the other person might get aggressive with them if they're saying no, and that would be stressful again. So in order to avoid all that, people end up doing things they don't want to do, and in the long term that gets even more stressful. I mean, what could be more stressful than knowing that somebody else has the power over you to get you to do things that you may not want to do? The ado technique is the best way that I know of handling this fear of saying no. So, we've noticed that if you just refuse somebody without giving them a chance to explain what they want from you, that's where they get the most aggressive. So for instance, if you were to ask me for something and I were to say a no without giving you a chance to really explain what you need or why you need it from me, you might feel that Jagmohan has said no to me without even listening to me. So you're not really upset that I said no to you. What you're really upset about, or more upset about, is that Jagmohan didn't even think it was that important for him to listen to what I wanted from him. And that's what really pisses you off. That's what gets you really angry. And that's where, your relationship with me starts getting hurt. So we're saying, instead of just saying no, if you were to first acknowledge what the other person is saying, acknowledge means you give them a chance or give her a chance to explain what they want from you. And after that, let them know that, well, look, I understand what you need, why you need it, but for whatever reason, you are still unable to do it. So in the ado technique, the A stands for acknowledgement, which is where you are acknowledging that you understood what the person needs and why they need it from you. The D stands for decline, or saying no. So as I said, if you were to refuse to do something after having acknowledged what the person is saying, the chances of that person getting upset with you or aggressive with you are far lesser. And if you want to make it even smoother, that is where you use the third part of this, which is O, offer an alternate solution. So acknowledge, I invest time to understand what you need, why you need it. Decline, well, look, I know what you need, but I still can't do it. And there could be reasons that you may or may not want to share with the person. And then offer an alternate solution if you are able to offer an alternate solution. So let me give you a simple example. So when I'm sitting in the office, there are people who want to come and meet up. So there are demands on my time, so to speak. I obviously cannot meet up with everybody who comes. And therefore there are chances of potential conflicts. You have to say no to somebody or the other every now and then. So if somebody were to come and I were to use a do technique, this is what I would do. I would understand what is it that they really need from me, acknowledge, and then I would say, well, I may not be able to give this to you or do this for you in the time that you want me to do it. So maybe I won't be able to do it like today or tomorrow, But, and here's where the O comes in, offering an alternate solution, which is, but you know what? I could probably help you out maybe 3 days down the line, if you're willing to wait that long. Or another alternate solution could be, or maybe I could just refer you to someone who could help you out. So when you follow a do, what you're really saying or demonstrating to the person is that that person is important, yes. You do value what the person wants from you, but there could be reasons why you may not be able to give that person that thing or do that thing for that person now, and you are offering an alternate solution. So the ado technique becomes a brilliant tool to reduce the aggression of people and also reduce the impact of your saying no to them. And when you use this, it encourages you to be assertive. It helps you become more assertive without the ensuing disadvantage of conflicts coming up.